Hello everyone, I am Shivani and welcome to Vakilaw Know the Law. So we are discussing about the subject of drafting, pleading and conveyancing. In my previous session, I have discussed about the concept of drafting, its meaning, definitions, and I have also cited the essentials of drafting. I am sharing link of that video in the description box. Do watch that video. So in my today's session, I will be discussing about the fundamental features or substantive rules of a good draft. So let's get started. So the first fundamental feature or the substantive rule for a good draft is the selection of right words at right place. So the selection of right words at right place is the golden rule of good writing. The aim of drafting is to convey the real meaning of the writer to the reader. So, the draftsman should be very careful and cautious while choosing words for his draft. Use of accurate words and precise meaning must be there to give clarity to the subject matter. So, it is also important to use familiar words while drafting. Words with accurate meaning should be used and use of uncommon words be avoided. Instead, short and simple words be used in the construction of sentences. While drafting the technical documents, appropriate technical words should be used. So the second fundamental feature or substantive rule for a good draft is clear thinking. So the draftsman should be clear about the subject matter. If he is confused or is not clear about the subject matter, he will not be able to draft the matter in a clear and proper manner. Therefore, it is essential that the draftsman should understand the subject matter properly before writing. With such clear thinking, he may draft the matter in an effective manner. Also, the language of the draft should be clear and lucid. So, the third feature is courtesy. Now, we are all aware that politeness forms a major ingredient of a good behavior. When the person is polite and gentle, he receives a good and a positive response from the other person. Same is in the case of a drafting. A polite draft will thus delight the reader who will give a positive response. Thus, a draftsman should observe courtesy and politeness in writing. Next is the arrangement of matter. So, arrangement of matter is an important point while preparing a draft. The content should be arranged in a chronological order so that the reader should understand the subject matter properly and there should be no chance of ambiguity or confusion. Also, proper arrangement of matter will avoid any kind of repetition and any important content will not be omitted. So, to highlight and segregate the different points or clauses of the draft, it should be systematically divided into paragraphs and consecutively numbered. This will help the reader to go through the matter conveniently. Next is to avoid complex construction. So, the construction of sentences must be accurate and the language should be lucid and not intricate. Also, these sentences should not be kept incomplete or vague. While preparing draft of technical matter, the draftsman should use relevant terminology and necessary phrases. So, the fundamental features or the substantive rules that I have cited right now are general rules. So, there are rules which have been propounded by Piesse and Gilchrist, which I am citing right now. So, what are those rules? So, the first one is, before commencing the draft, the draftsman should conceive the whole design of it. Second is, nothing is to be omitted or admitted at random. Third, the order of the draft should be strictly logical. Fourth, the ordinary and accustomed forms of instruments and technical language should be employed. Fifth, the legal language should be to the utmost possible extent precise and accurate. And the last is, the draft must be readily intelligible to laymen. So these are the overall substantive rules or the fundamental features of a good draft. So if you follow all these rules, may it be given by Piesse and Gilchrist, or even the rules that I cited before, these are certainly going to help you to create an effective and a good draft, a precise and a concise draft, which is going to create a positive impression on the reader, in this case the court of law. This will also help for pinpoint representations of the points, and will also help for easy understanding, so that what the matter is, or what kind of relief is to be sought, or what are you asking for, is what will be easily understandable to the court, and thus the court will be able to provide you a favorable judgment. So these rules, if followed, will certainly help you become good professional lawyers. So now, to conclude the part of drafting, what can we say? So we can say that drafting is a skill of planting words on paper to create rights, liabilities and duties of parties to a transaction or contract. Also, many a times the traditional legal language may pave way for hidden inconsistencies and ambiguities. There may be blunders in using stylish jugglery of vocabulary. Thus, to avoid any risky venture in using words whose meaning is not known or is capable of double meaning, is the best way to have a simple, lucid and a compact form of draft. So this is what is the most important thing, that whichever draft it is, the simpler you write it, the way you write it, the most lucid language you use while writing, or the compact draft, how many less amount of words you use while writing the draft, will help you to present your case in a more effective manner, and thus will certainly ultimately make you a good professional lawyer. So I think that's all for today. I hope that the information that I have provided to you is useful. In my upcoming session, I will be discussing about pleading, everything about pleading. So don't miss my next session. I hope you like my videos. If you like them, please hit the like button, share my videos, and yes, do subscribe to my channel, Vakilaw, Know the Law. Till then, this is me, Shivani, signing off. Bye-bye.